Good morning to all. I am Dr. Khurram Parvez, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering at TSSMB SEOER. Respected dignitaries, eminent resource person, faculty members, research scholar, and all dear participants, a very warm welcome to the day 3 of our one-week national level online faculty development program, organized by Department of Civil Engineering, TSSMB SEOER. Over the past 2 days, we have explored the fundamentals of research, journal selection, indexing, and publication workflows. Moving a step further, day 3 is dedicated to one of the most crucial aspects of academic research, that is, securing funding and writing effective research proposals. As rightly said, good ideas need funding, but funded ideas need strong proposals. With this thought, we begin today's session. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our first speaker for the day, Dr. Virendra K. Bhojwani, Director Research and Development, MIT ADT University, Pune. Dr. Bhojwani is a highly experienced academic administrator and researcher with deep expertise in research planning, grant acquisition, and institutional research development. As a director of R&D at MIT ADT University, he plays a pivotal role in guiding faculty members and researchers in identifying funding opportunities, aligning proposals with funding agency expectations, and strengthening research ecosystem with institutions. In today's session, Dr. Bhojwani will provide valuable insights into various research grants and funding schemes, eligibility criteria for faculty and researchers, major national and international funding agencies, and funding amounts and proposal scope. This session will be extremely beneficial for early career faculty members, PhD scholars, and experienced researchers who wish to enhance their success rate in securing funded projects. Dr. Bhojwani, we are honored to have you with us today. I now request you to kindly begin your session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Hello.
I am audible, sir? Hello?
Yes, audible.
Okay, thank you. So I'll just switch off my camera so my voice is clear. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you very much, sir, for inviting me for this important session. Every private university, I'll say, they look for granting opportunities, funding, so that they can strengthen their research in their institute. There are many aspects for granting a funding for the research. So we'll look at various aspects. So I'll begin with what are the various funding agencies across India which fund research for universities, for private colleges. So one of the leading funding agency is the ANRF. Now this DST is CRB, all is merged in ANRF. ANRF full form stands for Anusandhan National Research Foundation. This is similar to what we have in Europe and US, the National Science Foundation. On a similar ground, they have, we have now ANRF. Earlier, we used to have Department of Science and Technology, Science and Engineering Research Board. For life science, for life sciences, there is Department of Biotechnology, which we call popularly known as DBT, which funds proposals in bio domain. We also have Council of Science and Industrial Research, CSIR. For medical related research, anything, now there are many applications for AI in healthcare. So all those can also go to either DBT or ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Research. Many non-technology streams says where do we apply? Somebody from arts, sciences, humanities. So for humanities also there is the Indian Council of Social Science and Research, and there is also Indian Council for History. These are all non-technology funding agencies. Indian Council of Historical Research, Indian Council of Philosophical Research. For space technology, we have Indian Space Research Organization, which also conducts calls for funding. Department of DRDO, again for defense research, drones and many other missiles and other ammunitions. So all that defense related research goes in DRDO. Nuclear research is handled by Department of Atomic Energy and Board for Research in Nuclear Sciences. So these are various funding agencies. Depending upon the domain of the proposal, we can target the right funding agency. Then there are various ministries which also float mission funding. Ministry of Electronics and IT, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Earth Sciences, Environment, Climate, Forest and Climate Change, Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Ministry of Jal Shakti, Water Resources. Many proposals related to water purification, monitoring, uh, uh, are floated, problem statements are floated by these agencies, Ministry of Agriculture and Allied Sciences. So, uh, something related to these ministries can also be targeted. Then, uh, these are other agencies. That BIRAC is there for Biotechnology Innovation Research, DPIIT for Startup India and Industry Schemes, SIDB again for Startup and MSME fundings, then Technology Development Board. So if you see, there is no shortage of funding agencies. Provided we have a right proposal, we should target the right agency. If you are a startup, you can go to DPIIT, you can go to, depending on as an entity what you are, depending on that and the theme of the proposal, the right funding agency should be selected. This is very important. Then AICT also releases some funds, UGC, Niti Aayog. Uh, for international collaboration, India Link, we have Indo-US funding Indo. But in the international, you will need one researcher from US, from the other country, and one researcher from India. A joint proposal has to be submitted. So Indo-Japan scheme, Indo-UK scheme. There are various schemes where you will need one researcher from UK, one researcher from India, then they submit the proposal, and both the funding agencies come into picture. The funding agency from UK, funding agency from India, and they jointly approve. Okay, so this was about various funding agencies. So you should know where you stand and which is the right agency where you can apply for funding. So, like if you have a STEM or interdisciplinary uh, proposal theme, you can look for ANRF, you can look for DST. If there is something related to life sciences and health, you can go to DBT, ICMR, BIRAC. Social sciences, we discuss ICSSR. For defense, space, DRDO, ISRO. So you can categorize what theme, what is your domain expertise, what will be the theme of your proposal, and what would be the agency, and under that agency also which scheme. Under each agency there are various schemes. Under ANRF there may be 30-40 schemes. So very important is we should know what are the agencies. Very important, we should know uh, where to target. Now, one of the important things is now the government is very much conscious that the proposal should be outcome based, the proposal should create impact, the proposal should be beneficial to the society. So, Government of India has declared national missions. National missions means target areas, focus. We just listen, national mission. What do you mean by national mission? National mission means now that domain is a mission for our country and government looks forward for research in those domains. Okay. So if you write a proposal which is directly aligned with the national mission, which has a great impact for that mission, chances of your proposal getting funded is very high. So we should know what are the national missions. Now, uh, Digital India is one of the national mission where objecting is to create the digital infrastructure, services, governance, and then accordingly there are agencies which fund the Digital India mission, the ANRF, BIRAC. Then there is also Make in India is also a national mission. So all the important components should be manufactured in India. Okay, so for that also there is a national mission, Make in India, and which is supported by DPIIT, DST, DBT, and there is a Startup India. The objective of this mission is to promote startups and innovation ecosystem within the country so that we have more entrepreneurs. So each mission has an objective. So, uh, Atmanirbhar Bharat is making India self-reliant. We don't depend on other countries in sectors. Okay. Then there is a Clean India mission, Swachh Bharat mission, and accordingly there will be agencies which will have schemes supporting the Swachh. So each scheme you'll see would be targeting some national mission. Okay. Various schemes would be targeting national missions so that these national missions are achieved. So government decides this is a national mission. Accordingly, some schemes would be dedicated under various funding agencies. So money would be pumped so that research happens uh, in the domain areas aligned to the national mission. If your proposal is not aligned to the national mission, then chances of your proposal getting rejected. If it is not aligned to any single national mission, it is a pure theoretical project with no outcome. It's a very good at research, but not aligned to any mission, chances of that proposal getting rejected is very high. So now the focus for last decade is more on outcome and impact. So accordingly, we should understand what is the agency, what is the national mission. Many proposals also have budget for manpower. See, we think okay, manpower is just why do we have uh, in the budget we have certain money for manpower, which is huge money. We are keeping JRF, SRF, technical project heads. Basically, we are creating human resource in that domain. A person who would be working in a project aligned to AI mission will get trained in that domain. No, because university syllabus doesn't teach us that. So where do we create the manpower, human resource? So all these JRF, SRF, they get trained. That's why various fundings are also available for Skill India mission for arranging conferences, workshops, trainings, postdoctoral fellows. So all this is for having the skilled manpower. Then national education, national health mission, so health, family welfare, ICMR, DBT. These are the one shown in the blue are the funding agencies. Smart city mission to have sustainable and smart urban development. So you have Ministry of Home Urban Affairs, then Amrut mission for urban water supply and sanitation to have clean water, Jal Jeevan mission tap water to every rural household by Ministry of Jal Shakti. So we should be unless we know this landscape, unless we know where we stand, unless we know what problem to solve, what are the national missions, who is the funding agency, we would never be able to get. Most common complaint by everybody is that government doesn't fund to private university. To certain extent, yes, but then again the proposal should be so strong that even government cannot deny that proposal. If it's a proposal which is creates is completely creates a new phase in that industry. But we have to work on that. It's not like it will happen overnight. So we should know what are the missions, what is our strength, where we can work. Again, national solar mission. Now Prime Minister there's a scheme where every household should have a solar power plant. So we see that why this mission is there. Now government is giving 40% of the solar power plant installation. as subsidy to the society. Just understand, government, if a society puts a plant of 2 crore, you know, something like 18,000 per kilowatt. So 50, 60 lakhs government is 50, 60 lakh per plant government is paying. So if society is paying 2 crore, government will give back around 60 to 70 lakh, right, back to the society. The uh, what is the benefit? So dependence on thermal power station goes down. Anyway, government has to invest to build a power station. So that benefit government is giving to the housing societies. Every society, every big complexes should have rooftop solar power plants. Huh? So, like it is, we are developing electricity and we are consuming. Slowly, government is going to that. You develop your electricity because we cannot deliver electricity to every household. In short, it is like we cannot. So at least for 30%, 40%, 60% of the electricity should be generated by the households and it should be consumed. So 30, 40%, whatever is remaining, government will take care of that. Then there is National Green Hydrogen Mission. Government is funding like anything because you see, hydrogen is clean energy. Huh? When you burn hydrogen, what you get is you get water. So it's a clean energy. You can generate hydrogen from many sources, green hydrogen from water. So it has no carbon footprint. If it is developed in a green way, it has no carbon footprint. The government is trying to see that who are the people who are working in hydrogen. So they will fund it, they will support at the startup stage, they will help them at each level so that uh, we have clean energy because pollution has become a headache. Yeah. Delhi almost comes to standstill. All the airport morning flights are accordingly. These missions, based on the current problems, these missions are uh, declared. National AI mission, artificial intelligence. How life has become with this Chat GPT. What all things we can do. Earlier only Google was popular. Now Chat GPT has become popular like anything. The National Quantum Mission for Quantum Computing and Technologies, National Mission on, you know, in cyber security has become a challenge. National Mission on Sustainable. So these are various national missions, and accordingly, government declares schemes. So part one is we should know what are the funding schemes, who funds what. We should also know what are the national missions so that our proposals are aligned and create an impact in those missions. So if you know that, then chances of your proposal, getting shortlisted, going to a, next level or final stage is very high. Now, ANRF is Anusandhan National Research Foundation, which was developed by Government of India. It only works on higher TRL levels. Why higher TRL levels? TRL is the technology readiness level. So that you develop POC, you develop the prototype, you test it, you bring it, the researcher can bring it to a level where by further hand holding it can be commercialized. Now government is interested in can we develop products, new generation products. That's why it is boosting the whole ecosystem. It is boosting the through research. It is supporting the startups, MSMEs. At each stage, government is trying to uh, extend that hand so that uh, technologies are developed at universities. They are taken to the next level. They are handled for registering the startup. Then they seed fund the startup. So basically, from concept to market, each stage government is trying to pitch in and make sure that we have a earlier only theoretical research proposals also were getting sanctioned. A lot of money was going in that, but now the focus has changed because now it is huge competition. Unless we have our own companies developing our own product, economy cannot. And we should start exporting. So developing is one thing, we should also start exporting. Our Indian Railways is supporting railway projects across various Asian countries. So we should not only be technology consumer, we should be interested in technology development and technology export. Then only our economy, will grow and will compete with the developed nations. So, established by Government of India to strengthen the R&D ecosystem, supports high quality, outcome, impact-oriented research, focus on many proposals are consortium where the institute along with some IOE, some industry partner. So they want collaboration. They don't want some PI saying that I will develop this. So promotes interdisciplinary and translational research. No more supports pure theoretical proposals with no impact, no commercialization potential. So we have to keep all these things in mind. What are the agencies? What is the objective of NRF? What proposals? What are the national missions? Then only we would be in a strong position to pitch in a strong proposal. So to promote strong research culture across universities, colleges, institutions in India, fund high quality, impact oriented research in science, engineering, technology, social sciences, arts, encourage interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary research to address the national and global challenges. Strengthen capacity building. So we have people, we have early career researchers. A young fellow of 30, 30, 35 age can also apply for that. There are schemes for early research, early career researchers. So that we have that manpower, we have that capacity in various domains who can compete with the best in the world. And why consortium? Why we should also speak with partners so that the universities work closely with industry. Sometimes a solution is required by the industry. The university develops it and then transfers that technology, that developed POC to the industry to take it to a level where it can be commercialized. And make sure that India is globally research competitive. We need to compete with US, we need to compete with Europe, China, Korea, Japan. Uh, that is the objective. Now, how far we can reach is a separate question for debate. But the whole objective of all this is so we become globally competitive. Ensure equitable research, support innovation, indigenous knowledge systems aligned with national priorities. Very important. National missions, national priorities. You put a project in green hydrogen, a strong proposal in green hydrogen, chances of your proposal getting funded is very high. Okay. So fund competitive peer-reviewed proposals, build capacities in universities. We encourage innovation, commercialization, align with national priority areas, and also support young and early career researchers. For that, recently, under ANRF, they have declared a research development R&D and innovation fund. Okay, so somehow now government feels that research, innovation, or commercialization, all they should be on one page. It is no more only pure research. R&D should support innovation. Innovation should go to commercialization. Then only we are doing true research. Unless we develop products which can be sold, commercialized, exported, research has no meaning. Okay. So RDI fund is a national funding mechanism to support and strengthen the country's R&D, established by ANRF Act. It will be managed by ANRF to mobilize large scale. I think information is available online. This is to mobilize large scale funding. They fund from 30, 40 lakhs up to 100 crore, depending on where your proposal fits in. Supports basic applied transnational research, compulsory industry participation. Why industry participation? Because there should be some taker to your technology. You develop something and if there is no taker, such proposals are not no more funded. uh, High impact mission oriented relevant research proposals. So basically, this RDI fund to make sure that research and commercialization, they are two faces of the same coin. Uh, to encourage industry-led innovation. where university does the fundamental research and industry takes to the next level. Uh, to support startups, technology development, deep tech research. Hmm. So RDI fund is the financial backbone. ANRF is the implementing and coordinating agency. Objective is to have strong industry link research, and so we should understand the philosophy where the funding agencies are going, what they are looking for. Unless uh, as a researcher, submitting a proposal is no more no more expected. You should know why these agencies are created, what are their objectives, what are they looking for. Unless we are thorough with what is expected, uh, like when we give exam, we know what are the questions, but what is expected as an answer, what is expected as a when we write an exam. So unless we know what are the expectations, we would never be able to write a successful research proposal. So background of funding agencies, philosophy, expectations. Once that is clear, na, your success rate will automatically improve. Success rate of getting funding will automatically improve. So we just to revise, we talked about what are the different funding agencies, what are the national missions, category of the proposals, national missions and various funding agencies, what is ANRF, objectives of ANRF, what is RDI fund. I'm giving one scheme. You can go to DBT website, you can go to ISRO website, you can see all that is available online. No need to handhold or spoon feeding. You can go and get all the details. I will just discuss what is important and how to make a successful proposal. Now these are the left side is schemes, right side is fellowships. So IRHPA, then core research grant, startup research grant. Now see, if you see core research grant is related to technology. Startup research grant supports startup. Scientific and useful. Again, if you try to map, these will be related to some national mission. Imprint, impact research, innovation, technology, international travel support is for capacity building, seminar, symposia. uh, So these are all schemes. On the right side, you have fellowships, JC Bose fellowships, Ramanujan fellowships, Teacher Association for Research Excellence, Vajra, visiting advanced joint research faculty. uh, Now these are just names. Okay. For women also they have for women they have special schemes. ACRB Women Excellence Scheme, ACRB Power Fellowship. Uh, so there are various schemes. Now if you see, I am taking few sample schemes. You have to carefully read before even your technical proposal is separate aspect. You have to carefully read the scheme document. If you have not carefully read the scheme document, chances of your proposal getting rejected at screening itself is very high. Remember this. You have to read each and every line. Why? If you don't read, you will miss out some point. And at the level one screening itself, forget about peer review. At the preliminary level itself, your proposal will get rejected. Okay. And if it's your first proposal, don't write a 5 crore proposal. You write for 5 lakh, 10 lakh. If it's your first proposal, okay, don't write. The chances of a 5 lakh proposal getting sanctioned is very high. Chances of a 10 lakh proposal getting sanctioned is very high. If you are doing a first proposal, you write for 10 crore. What is your background to get a 10 crore project? No. Once you bag a 10 lakh proposal, then you can apply for a 15 lakh proposal. Then government, it gets registered. Yes, this fellow successfully completed 10 lakh. It gives a confidence. Yes. Now, even if you give him 20 lakhs, he would be, you are confident that he would give impact outcomes based on your first project closure. Okay. So start with small funding schemes. See, this is Prime Minister's early career research grant. First thing should be an Indian citizen. Second, should have PhD within last 8 years. Okay. Now there is age relaxation for women, SC, ST, OBC, PWD as per government. Now this is within last 8 years, very important. If it is 9 years, your proposal will be out. That's why each and every, if you want your proposal to get through screening level one, you should be thorough with the scheme document. Should be a faculty in the university, college, or recognized R&D institution. Not holding any other major ongoing project. If you are already having a major project, you will never get a early research career grant. This is for first time researchers, basically. Fresh researchers. So if you are holding, if you have not read this, you already have one grant. You will never get this, even if your proposal is very good. Because but you are already holding one grant. If you apply for this, you will never get this grant. Never. Okay. So one proposal as a PI at a time. So that means you cannot submit two proposals. You will think that I will put three proposals for the same scheme. No. One proposal per PI will be submitted. So very important. No, you have to note down each and every point so that you don't miss out. Now, theme, purpose, independent, innovative, early career research aligned with national priorities. Okay. So now this may not be a domain specific. Here the objective is early career researchers. They may not say AI mission, so that mission that researcher has to align. So theme may be flexible because the objective is to support the fresh researchers. They understand? Okay. If it is proposal is related to like AI mission, so the theme has to be aligned to AI mission. But here the objective is to support early career researchers. So theme is flexible, but should be aligned to national. Ah, maximum funding 60 lakhs. Okay. Don't put 61 lakhs. It will get rejected. Duration up to 5 years. If it's your first proposal, you put only for 15 lakhs. The chances of that proposal, they will say, okay, fresh fellow hai, first time hai, let us give him 10 lakhs. His profile is good, his biodata is strong. Hmm. So covers equipment, manpower. They uh, what all can be covers equipment, manpower, consumables, travels, overheads. Again, all these proposals are peer reviewed. We'll discuss that. The review scheme will discuss on a separate slide. So your first important thing is reading the document carefully so that you don't miss out. Even if you miss out single point, your proposal in the screening stage will be thrown out. Forget about it. May be technically very excellent proposal. It may be technically excellent proposal, but you missed out on one point and your proposal is out of race. Now, Swarna, I am discussing few proposals. Swarna Jayanti Fellowship Scheme supports outstanding young scientists with proven research excellence, enables independent high impact research, aims to create future researchers. Now, this is a fellowship. Earlier was a grant. This is a fellowship. So, what is the fellowship? Again, this is for again young researchers. So, again, theme would be flexible. Fellowship means they give 25,000 per month. You will receive for 5 years 25,000 per month plus 5 lakh per year for 5 years. You will get 5 lakhs of grants. So 5 into 5 means 25 lakhs plus 25,000 as a fellowship. Okay. Read this. Supports outstanding young scientists, enables independent high impact research. Objective is to create future researchers. What does the grant give? Fellowship 25,000 every month, 5 lakhs grant every year for 5 years. Okay. So this is what the grant gives. Now eligibility. Who is eligible? Purpose, support, objectives. So here it is not AI mission. You align with the national mission, but again, the purpose is not that this should support only this mission. The purpose is to support young researchers with fellowship and small grants. Eligibility. So if you're asking for this for government, 5 lakh is not a big thing. Your biota is strong. You can go for this fellowship. On the website, you will go when this proposal is going live and what is the submission deadline. You have to keep an eye on the website and see what is the start date of this proposal submission, what is the end date. To keep your proposal ready, all the formats are available on the website round the year. Read the document, read the timeline, download the documents, keep the proposal ready for submission. Once the proposal opens within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you can submit because you are already ready. You know what this is my as a young researcher, this is my target fellowship. I want to apply for this. I have the proposal. I will keep it ready. I will get it reviewed by expert. I will check the plagiarism. So I will do all necessary pre-work. I'll keep all the documents, certificates ready for uploading, all the publication copies ready. So you keep everything ready. Okay. You can also creating login on DST ANRF is free of cost. You can create your login. You can update your profile, upload your publications. So then hardly it is only the time required for uploading the proposal. Anybody can create a login. They can go look at the schemes, look at the formats, forms, what should be filled. All that is available and free. Now, regular faculty in an Indian university, IIT, ISC, ICER, or national R&D institution. Age limit below 40 years because this is for young researchers. Relaxation for women, SC, ST, OBC, PWD. Excellent track record, high quality publications, very good citations, patents. Should not have another fellowship. If you are having one fellowship, you cannot apply for this. Okay, and they have a count like they say this time will fund 100. So if your application is in the top 100, they will approve you based on the marks and very important. That's why reading the proposal document is very important. Whether you are eligible and you should. It's not like when the proposal opens you start working. No, go to website, see what proposal you fit in, see the eligibility, make the proposal for 6 8 months. Then when the scheme opens, you can upload. So that 6 8 months all the documents are ready, all the eligibility is checked, all the terms and conditions are satisfied. You get it reviewed by experts, senior scientists, get it reviewed by them, make the proposal technically sound. Then there is a Maha mission for advancement in high impact areas. Now this is theme based. This is not like young researcher. Large scale mission mode, high impact areas, nationally relevant areas. Should be interdisciplinary. You can have one researcher from engineering, one from design, one from electronics, aerospace, multidisciplinary translational research with societal and industrial outcomes. Collaboration with academia, national labs, and industry. So when it is said that this has to be a collaboration project, don't put it as a single PI. The moment you put it as a single PI, the proposal is thrown out. It may be very good. When it is expected, it has to be in collaboration, means it has to be in collaboration. You have to get their approval letters, you have to upload there that we are ready to be part of this standard pro forma. All that has to be uh, obtained from the collaborating agency so that you can upload in time. High value funding, multi crore mission based, but they are very tight, means very strict on evaluation. Long term, up to 5 years, advanced infrastructure, manpower, technology development. Again, eligibility is universities, IITs, ISC, ICER, National R&D Lab. So if it is strictly said that IITs, ISCs, and if you don't fit in, don't apply. If it is said that only government institutions can apply, you don't apply. If you are not in government organization, you don't apply. Simple. So checking the purpose, checking the eligibility, and then you will come to know where you fit in, where you don't. So so your basket becomes very clear that these are the proposals where I am eligible. These are the proposals I am not eligible. I will not apply. This is where I know I am confident I will apply, and chances of that going to final stage is high. Aligned with national missions, priority areas. So competitive selection is competitive, multi-stage evaluation, expert review, peer review, and mission relevance. If you are not eligible, don't submit. Then Center of Excellence for Science, Technology, and Innovation, Indicators and Analytics. This center will strengthen India's STI data ecosystem by creating reliable, high quality indicators, analytics to support policy making, planning, and governance. Okay, so this is again another scheme. Key objectives: build, analyze robust STI indicators, aggregate. So indicator where you should be able to measure the research of the country. You should be able to measure the innovation. Like what is the H index of our country? What is the average citation index of all the publications of our country? How many patents? How many patents are granted? How many patents are commercialized? These are indicators. We globally where we stand in terms of innovation, in terms of research. Like you want to know a university by research, how will you know what is the H index of the university? How many Scopus Q1, Q2 publications are published? What are the number of citations? What is average citation in Scopus? What is the uh, uh, publications per faculty? So all that, who are the top 2% scientists, how many top 2% scientists in the university? Many metrics, which tells us, yes, this university is doing good in terms of research. How many grants are received? How many products are commercialized? How many startups are supported? How many patents, copyrights, designs are registered? So, these are the metrics which tells us we are moving in the right direction. We have a strong research ecosystem for the university. Same, you can extrapolate at the national level. So you will come to know what is the H index of India, what is the average citation of all the publications together of this country, how many startups, how many patents granted, and you'll come to know where do we stand globally in terms of research and innovation output. That is the objective of this scheme. Include designing indicator frameworks, mapping data sources, data validation, advanced trend analysis, collaborating internationally. Now, up to 25 crore. See, look at the funding that they are giving. Up to 25 crore over 5 years. So huge, to cover staffing, tools, data acquisition, cloud infrastructure, capacity building, and more. They're very clear what you will need for this. So in this scheme, they are clear what they want. In this scheme, they know how much they want to fund and for what. So as a proposal writing, I should also be very much clear what expertise do I have? Can I achieve? Can I align my proposal with expectations? Eligibility team led by PI plus more than 3 co-PIs, must be regular faculty, applicant must be Indian citizens, should have at least 6 years before retirement. I am an expert, but my retirement is at 3 years, so not eligible. Recognize Indian academic R&D policy research institution, institutional approval and endorsement letter, ability to host a national level center of excellence. And total funding 25 crore. Then under 25 crore, we have to say manpower will be this much, data acquisition this much, IT and cloud infrastructure this much, software. So you have to give a detailed breakup. These are the softwares. This is the cost. and you should have quotations. Just randomly giving number is not expected. Manpower is a standard item. If you are putting JRF, let's say 42,000, if you are putting two JRF, 84,000 for 60 months, so 84,000 multiplied by 60, that will be the budget for 5 years. Data acquisition, which company, what are the specs, how do you justify this data acquisition will be sufficient, justification, make, specifications, cost, quotation. So they will go to that detail. You have to justify this instrument will satisfy our need and how. Technically, what is the specification, who is the company, and and you should attach the quotation from that company. So they will go to that level to scrutiny the budget. Okay, putting random numbers in budget is we will look as a fool. So software tools, capacity building and outreach, year-wise justification required. What is your plan for first year? Goals, objectives, and the equipment requires, manpower required. Plan for second year, milestones, equipments required, second year, manpower required for second year. You may say that I need manpower from the second year. I don't need manpower from first year. So you can put the first year cost as zero. Depending on what you need and when, you have to define the budget year wise, and you will be able to put down the total budget requirement. So budget also is not very easy task. They Your technically strong proposal, the committee will screw you on budget. Committee will screw the PI on the budget, and then each every item has to be clearly justified, supported by quotations, and properly put across. There are detailed project proposal, PI, co-PI, CVs, institutional endorsement, declaration and compliance documents. All these formats are available online. You can download and read it. These are freely available. So it's not that I'm telling something which nobody knows. Go to create a login, select the scheme, and you will get the list of documents. This PI and co-PI CVs is very important. This is, just don't put your regular CV. No, if you put your regular CV, your proposal is rejected. Uh, if you are writing for AI mission, your certain theme, you should attach publications related to that scheme. You should attach patents granted related to that technology. Should attach earlier proposals that you have completed as a PI, co-PI in that domain related to that theme. You should show the novelty. Basically, your CV is a tricky thing. Your CV should be aligned to the proposal. If you show 100 publications, I have published 100 papers, but out of 100, not even a single paper talks about or is published in the area where I'm submitting the proposal. You think they will laugh at it? Correct? This fellow has 100 publications, he's putting a proposal, not a single paper is in that domain. So they will doubt whether this PI has the ability to, would he be able to complete that project? So all the information that you submit should be aligned to the theme of the proposal, which will give confidence to the peer review team that yes, this person is capable of executing this project. The timelines are real, the theme and his domain area are matching. Novelty, yes, it is novel, and the PI has the capability to implement this project. It will come from the data that you submit. So we should know what data is being asked and what for. Don't submit the proposal on the last day. Many times, if you go on the last day, the website is not working. Too many people are uploading proposal, and then chances of you missing the deadline may happen. It has happened. The website crashes on the last day because of the rush traffic. Okay. So just to, we started with the funding agencies, just to, we started with the national schemes, the national missions. What are the funding agencies? What is the national mission? Your proposal should be aligned to certain national mission. Who are the agencies who fund in that? ANRF objectives and RDI. We discuss various schemes and fellowships under ANRF. We discuss sample policy, the scheme documents. What is expected? What care should be taken? Now we'll talk about what is the recipe for a. These are pointers I feel. What is the recipe for a, if you now you know the background, which agency supports for that, which agency you should target. So till now discussion was what are the agencies, what are the national missions, what is the scheme document, how to read. Uh, so you know which proposals you can, which schemes you can target, which fellowships you can target, where you can get your money. You can also write for international travel. There's no problem for international travel. I think people can easily bag international travel. You can easily bag conference and symposia funding. 4 lakh, 5 lakh. Start with, start with 5 lakh, start with 2 lakh. Once your name gets registered, once they see that this fellow, 5 lakh, he has bagged 5 projects and he has successfully closed that. So that gives him confidence. So for higher funding, huh? Then that gives the confidence to the funding agency. These are all tricks, tricks of the trade. A recipe for a successful proposal. See, we read the scheme document very, very carefully. Align your objectives to the priority areas or national mission. Clearly, your proposal should be clear, crystal clear. Demonstrate novelty and national relevance. Your objective should be feasible and achievable. Don't put, too many objectives that I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. Don't be very clear. Few objectives, high impact, novel. Rather than you saying that I'll do these 8 things, don't do 8 things. You do only 2 things, which are high impact areas. Cut down on 6 things which are routine matter. By showing too many objectives, don't think that your proposal will get sanctioned. No, it only adds to confusion that you are not clear. 1 or 2 objectives, but creating high impact and with a detailed research plan, how you are going to conduct your research, which is a blueprint of execution, implementation. Achievable objectives within specific timelines. Budget should be realistic. Details, quotations. Go to that document to the last. You can have 3-party quotations to ensure that the pricing is correct. What you are quoting pricing is correct. Feasibility of timeline and budget. Clearly highlight the outcomes and impact. Training manpower, don't think that it is a useless thing. No, training manpower, capacity building creates human resources for the future. So government is also focused that once I give funding in green hydrogen, do I have manpower? So these projects will create the manpower for future who would be able to work in this industry. Because green hydrogen, uh, correct. Green hydrogen doesn't have too many people who work, and neither it is taught in the universities. So one of the main objectives is, can we create the human resources through this funding? If you say that I'll putting 3 JRF, rather than buying one equipment which is not necessary, if I put 3 JRF, it makes us strong. Of course, within the budget, within the dictated budget, it will create a greater impact because you will be creating 3 JRF, 3 people who can work in that domain. You can start at a point where you are already at tier level 2, tier level 3. Consortium or partners from relevant industries ready to take the solution to next level. get their approval letters, can have partners from IITs, NITs, government. So then you have somebody from IIT Bombay. Chances of your proposal getting, of course, you may be PI to begin with. You may be co-PI. Professor from IIT can be PI. And nowadays, they also say that 40 lakhs will go to IIT Bombay, then 20 lakhs will be given to your. So when you have consortium, you have PIs, co-PIs, you have to divide the budget and you have to clearly state what work will be done out of this whole research plan. This work will be carried out at IIT Bombay. This work will be carried out at my university. You have to be very clear when you have partners who will contribute how. Just putting for namesake, you again you'll be caught. So that clarity, this industry is my partner and this industry will be doing this job, I will be doing this job. And if budget is permitted for industry or not, that you'll have to check. And whole fund will come to the normally comes to university and industry partners pitch in with expertise. Okay. So clarity on work carried out that would be carried out by each partner, budget to be allotted to each partner, budget divided in each partner, and what will be bought in that budget. How the resources will move from somebody from IIT would come to a university work, or your fellow will go over there and work. All that has to be very clearly mentioned. So that strong consortium, so they will gives a confidence. Yes, we have the proposal has experts to back up, and this proposal will not fail. Definitely, it will bring out something strong. Measurable, achievable objectives, clear timelines. The proposal should be aligned to the national missions, highlight novelty and impact. Chances of that the proposal getting commercialized, high TRL levels, 6 or more, high potential to commercialize. And you should say that many of the facilities are available in the university already available, utilizing existing facilities so that they know that ecosystem is already there in the university. Certain facilities are available. So you can say that this cost gets reduced because it is available in my campus. Plus, it also says that yes, there is an ecosystem, there is infrastructure which should be supporting this project. Uh, and your publications, your early funding, the patents, designs should be aligned to the theme of the proposal. So that gives a confidence. Yes, this PI has the necessary domain expertise. So as I said, you have 100 publications, but not even one paper is related to the theme of the proposal. Chances of your proposal getting rejected is high. You should have clear background and literature review till date with novelty, with clearly stating the gaps and novelty, what novelty you will achieve. Robust research methodology and work plan, which is the blueprint. Once your title, research title, proposal title is very clear, the gaps, research gaps and novelty is clearly identified. Your objectives are broken down to 2 3 main objectives. You give the detailed research plan of how you'll be conducting the research, the risk analysis and mitigation strategy, uh, strong, clear, conclusion and measurable impact that this proposal will create once it is completed. As I said, clear role and budget distribution between the PIs, co-PIs, industry partners. uh, So, you don't put an for the namesake IIT Bombay professor. You know what he is going to do, what you are going to do, what the industry partner is going to contribute to make the whole picture. The whole picture is the success of the proposal. So each partner will contribute and paint some part of the picture so that the whole painting is completed. Pinpointed objectives aligned to Indian context, latest research gaps should lead to technological advancements, overcome social challenges, detailed budget breakdown, justifications, quotations to be attached, strong team expertise, the PI expertise and the team expertise. Whatever you are proposing, team has the potential capability to execute. How that will come forward? Through publications, through patents, through project handles, your past experience. Whatever supporting document you can put, you can say that yes, these people are the right people to execute this research proposal. Uh, the project timelines should be realistic, uh, doability, feasibility. So all these are, if you keep these things in back of your mind now while writing the proposal, I think it will definitely hit the reviewer team. Budget is very important. Justify every cost item. Align the budget with the objectives and milestones. Don't put inflated budget, vague expenses. No, there will be question why this. You are asking for this equipment. Do you really need this? How this equipment, which objective it will satisfy? Where this equipment will be needed? So everything is checked. I don't think that those people are damn expert in that. So your suppose green hydrogen mission project is proposal is there. If you go to somebody who works in that green hydrogen, IIT professor who's working already in that domain, he will understand each equipment. He will question, "Arey, this equipment is not required. Why you are bluffing?" Huh? So the remember the proposals are reviewed by domain experts from industry, from IIT, from global experts. Each point will be checked, and they know already they are working for 20-25 years. They know what is required and what is not required. We cannot fool them. So let's not try to fool them because any fooling around, any bluffing will weaken our project, and chances of getting rejected will become high. So follow the ANRF guidelines. That's why I said read the scheme document very carefully. Include manpower and equipment logically. Have all the quotations. So highlight PI, co-PI expertise with publications, patents. Include industry partners. Clear roles to each member, and clearly mention the previously funded projects. See, the level one scrutiny is screening of the proposal. So if you miss out on any of the condition of the scheme document, at the screening level itself, your proposal will get rejected. Budget, if it is 60 lakhs, you say 61 lakhs, it will get rejected. Check for the formats. If you have missed out any certificate, like recommendation of the head of the institute, if you miss out one document, out, your proposal is gone. So all the formats, if you miss out the eligibility, suppose the maximum age is 40 years, your age is 41 years. Everything will be checked. If consortium is compulsory, you have to add consortium. Make sure all the terms. Sometimes they will say that NRF ranking, NAC accreditation, UGC 12B. They mention that in the eligibility. The university should be NAC accredited, A plus or A. So that eligibility has to be satisfied. Otherwise, whole proposal is very good, but institution is not eligible. The PI is eligible. PI is eligible. Proposal is strong, but the institution is not NAC accredited. Then your proposal will not go through. So if terms and conditions are not satisfied, proposal gets rejected in the screening stage. After everything is okay, in line with the scheme document, proposal goes to the level 2, which is technical evaluation. So level 2 can happen as a technical evaluation. It can again, sometimes if it's a 25 crore, there will be 3 level or 4 level of scrutiny, where you'll be called for presentation. You'll be you'll have to present in the experts and question, and they will scrutiny, and they will once for a 5 lakh proposal there is no scrutiny. 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs. Normally, level 2, they get approved. But if it's a 25 crore budget, then it has to be signed, maybe signed by the minister. See, 5 lakh are done at the secretary level, at lower level. Huh? So the approvals required for a 5 lakh, 1 lakh, 2 lakh project. That's why I said target smaller project because their approvals and disbursement is done at a lower level. Once you go for 100 crore, maybe it may go up to the prime minister's office, principal advisor, or at a multi-level approval. It may even go to the PMO office before approval. Some questions will also happen. They will not call you. They will call the government who have approved for a 5 lakh or 2 lakh or 3 lakh. They are done at a much lower level. So no, again, number of proposals and that competition is always there. But then accordingly you can decide your target. Accordingly you can strategize to when to update what, and whether you meet the eligibility condition, whether you should apply for a 5 lakh or 10 lakh. So proposal format as per NRF guidelines, clear objectives and deliverables. If human trials are there, if animal trials are there, huh, ethical approval, regulatory approval is mandatory. In life sciences, that ethical clearance is required if there are human trials or there are animal trials involved. Plagiarism has to be less than 10%, including AI plagiarism. Now, there are tools, AI tools, which can give you the proposal itself, but Turnitin software also checks for the AI plagiarism. You will get caught if there is high AI, high content generated by AI. Your proposal will get rejected. It may be very strong. Institution approvals completed, strong consortium with supporting letters. So all these checklists, you have to see that all checklist is ticked before pressing the submit button. All the checklist is uploaded before pressing the submit button. You don't miss out anything. Avoid unrealistic goals, too many objectives, clutters. Avoid inflated budgets. If there is no lack of, technically very strong proposal, if there is no novelty in that, or there is poor commercialization potential, the roles of PIs and co-PIs are not clear. Budget distribution is not clear. PI CV is not aligned to the proposal. Consortium is asked, but the strong consortium is missing. Lack of evidence for budget. You are including equipments which are not required. No focus on manpower. Not satisfying the eligibility criteria or terms and conditions. So lack of novelty, weak problem statement, poor alignment to national missions, unrealistic timelines, weak methodology, inadequate budget, vague budget, inflated budget, no takers of the proposal. It's a pure theoretical research. PI credentials are not aligned. Suppose the co-PI is very strong, PI is not strong. Again, that can become a reason for rejection. Poorly written, not aligned to national mission, and lacking domain expertise. So all these are common reasons for rejection. So you have to tighten all these things. Simple things. You missed out on the publications aligned to the theme of the proposal. You may be having, but you missed out mentioning. So they will not go and check your Scopus profile to see. So just a quick revision again. We'll go back. We started with various funding agencies. We discussed the national missions. Your proposal should be aligned to that. We discuss what is ANRF, why it is important, objectives of ANRF, RDI fund, various schemes and fellowships under ANRF. We discuss few scheme documents, what to read from that, and how that is required in the proposal to be taken care in the proposal. Then important considerations, look at the scope of work, funding support, eligibility, budget and planning, documents required, checklist. What is the recipe which makes a proposal successful? What is the budget planning, consortium, PI and co-PI CVs, scrutiny, multi-level scrutiny, depending upon the budget, there could be multi-level scrutiny. What are the ingredients for poor research proposal and chances of getting rejected? Now we'll discuss few proposal forms, formats. Now this is a NRF COE. They generally called it OTD, other technical details document. It's nothing but technical proposal. First point will be state of art. They clearly say that what is expected in the state of art. State of art, national and international. So you have to make sure that the publications are not only from India, they are also from outside India. So you have considered all national and international publications, patents, provide a comprehensive review of the current landscape, both nationally and internationally related to theme of the proposal. What are the existing methodologies, frameworks developed by global organizations? Emphasize recent developments, best practices, data standards relevant to STI indicators. Gaps in current STI indicators, which shows the novelty. Identify the critical gaps. Once you have done the state of art, this is nothing but we call it literature review in simple language. Current state of art. What is the gap in the current state of art? Identify critical gaps, limitations in the STI indicators of India. Highlight areas where policy needs are not being met due to lack of indicators. Discuss the challenges that impede reliable STI measurement. Emphasize the global benchmarking gaps, and impede comparability visibility of India's STI performance. Importance of the proposed work. Explain how the proposed work will address the identified gaps. What will be, that means impact of the gaps, impact of what you are proposing. Then details of proposed activities and work plan. Now, so you first point is state of art, then you identified the gaps. Third, you are proposing the novelty and impact. Fourth, the execution plan. See, they are very systematic. Any PhD thesis also goes like that. You start with the literature review, where we are today. Then you say what is missing at India level. Maybe globally they are doing, but at India level we are missing so that we can catch up with the global benchmarks. Then you found out the gap. Then you are proposing the novelty and the impact. So once you have cleared, okay, this is what I am going to do. These are my objectives. Then the detailed blueprint of how you are going to conduct the research. So details of proposed activities, work plans, provide detailed descriptions of all the proposed activities, work plan for data collection, validation, integration, management, dissemination, uh, administrative survey based, indicator design and development, analytical research activities, detailed capacity building and stakeholder engagement, international collaborations, any other. Methodology and analytical approaches to adopted for indicator development, standardization, validation. I am speaking for one proposal document. Every proposal document OTD will be different. I am speaking particularly for this document. Then collaboration with national R&D dashboard. So once you develop the indicators, like iron is one national R&D dashboard being developed under ANRF. Clarify the collaboration mechanism for data action, validation cycles, and feedback integration. Then time chart, Gantt chart for how and when each active would be completed. Roles and responsibilities of the, which I told you, what the PI will be doing, what the co-PI will be doing, areas of expertise, contribution by each, brief description of each expertise, description of organizational structure, identify potential risks in terms of technical, data related, institution or operational, to risk management and mitigation strategy, and impact of each risk. What is the governance structure? Describe the proposed mechanism for COE STR. Sustainability, outline strategies to sustain the activities. So sustainability means what? Like government gives 25 crore for 5 years. So after 5 years, when the government will stop funding this project, what is the plan? How it will self-sustain in absence of government funding? So we don't understand what is sustainability. We think that whether it is SDG. No, it is not SDG. Sustainability is once the government will stop funding, outline strategies to sustain the activities output of COE beyond the funding period. How you will manage the finances in once government will stop providing the funds. What is your plan for sustain those future activities in absence of funding? So this is the technical proposal. Then the biodata of the PI, name, email, date of birth, gender, category, because everything is linked. If it's a female, the scheme is different. General SC/ST category, there is a age bar, age relaxation. So they are connected in the eligibility document. Whether differently abled, again they have some age relaxation. Academic qualification, PhD title, guide's name, institution, university, award, position held, name of the work experience, professional recognition, awards, publications, patents, books, any other information. So this any other information is very important. See, remember all these 15 pointers in some way or other should indicate that you as a PI are capable to execute this proposal through patents, through publications, through book chapters, projects handled, uh, your PhD thesis title, everything will matter. They will carefully read whatever proposal you have submitted, whatever is your profile, does it align or not? All information in the PI profile should be relevant and aligned to the research proposal. Make co-PIs industry partners, get their letters, also talk about who will contribute what, how the budget should be distributed, and domain expertise each partner brings in. If project is approved, the quotations of the approved equipments need to be uploaded within 1 month. Then certificate from the investigator. Is a standard certificate that same project we have not submitted anywhere else. I will spare time on the equipment procured in the project will be made available to other users. So whatever equipment is procured, other people can also use so that it is not like my property. You also have to allow others to work on that. The government believes in participation and sharing of resources. I agree to submit the industrial biosafety committee. I agree with ethical clearance certificate will be submitted. Research work proposed does not in any way duplicate the work already done. I agree to abide by the terms and conditions of ACRB. Name and sign of the PR. Again, undertaking the this is my original idea. It has not been copied, taken from anywhere else. I say that this proposal has been checked for plagiarism. So this is that this proposal is plagiarism free. I am aware of the UGC's regulation on prevention of plagiarism. If you send a plagiarized proposal, forget about approval. You will rather face action. If you submit a plagiarized proposal, highly plagiarized proposal, you may get some warning from the agency for submitting and wasting their time. That's why this undertaking is important. Then endorsement by the HOI. The HOI will sign and say that yes, he is our permanent faculty and all that important things. Uh, Standard fill in the blanks, and the HOI can sign and give it. So terms and conditions of the grant. This also is a important thing. You have to read. See, one of the major problem of today is we don't read the documents carefully. Then we miss out something. I will not read this. This will take too much of time. They also give after grant how it will be processed, how the grants will be disbursed, and uh, the grant shall not be utilized for construction of any building. So there is a scope and objective is there, no? That has to be satisfied. Institute will maintain separate audited accounts. This is post grant. Separate account for the project execution. Interest, if any, earned should be reported to the interest is also part of the. So suppose they give you 25 crore in the university bank account. So naturally you'll get some interest. The bank account will create some interest. That also is part of the funds. Either you have to return or you will get less amount in the future installation. They will consider the interest also part of the money. Any expenditure incurred prior to the date of the approval order will not be considered. Post PI shall ensure that the funds released towards the project is used only for the support of the research project. You don't use these grants for any other thing. Many times they will not approve the closure. Rather, they can take action and investigate if this proposal has been misused. Grants have been misused. PI is expected to settle the account within 6 months from the date of closure. Any unspent balance of the sanction amount must be surrendered to ACRB. Utilization every year you have to submit a utilization certificate. 3 copies of project completion report with publication dates. What is the outcome, impact? Sometimes this committee, if it's a 25 crore project, the ANRF committee will visit your campus to see the output. And these audits are done by the controller CAG, no, which also does the auditing for the government. They are very strict. If they find any discrepancy, they will raise those questions. So this is post grant, how you have to do till the closure. All everything. Problem is we don't read. The major problem with us is the habit of reading is gone in the mobile age. If you read clearly, don't do anything. Next 1 month, open each scheme document, read it carefully. You will automatically come to know, I can apply for this. Then you can target. So, in short, don't miss any point. Read the proposal carefully. Read all the documents, eligibility, terms and conditions, budget guidelines. So 20-30% job is done. At least you should be able to clear the screening, level 1. If you have read all the documents carefully, um, plagiarism, everything is taken care, chances of you clearing the level 1 is very high. High chances of approval if you focus on clarity, novelty, impact, alignment with national missions, structured proposals, realistic budget and timelines, draft early. Don't wait for the scheme to open. You keep your proposal ready. Get it reviewed 10 times by domain experts. Get their criticism and probably from some like senior professors who already have grants. Give confidence on implementation strategy by strong consortium, by the PI biodata. It gives a confidence. Yes, these are the right people to uh, successfully complete this project. So I think 11:30 was the time. I think we can stop now. I'll just quickly, maybe I'll just revise in 2 minutes and then we'll close. So we started with the government agencies who give funds. for supporting research. Then we discuss the various funding schemes. Because these proposals should be aligned to national missions, we should know what are the national missions. If you don't align to national missions, then you are out of the race. Then NRF is the central body similar to research, National Science Foundation. No more we support the theoretical proposals with no utility commercialization potential. Objectives of ANRF: there's a special R&D innovation fund, huge fund uh, created by Government of India. Read all the what are the schemes, what are the fellowships under ANRF. Not only ANRF. We spoke about water ministry. We spoke about urban housing and urban ministry. Go to their websites, DBT. See that what are the schemes. Sometimes there are so many schemes. Sometimes there are no applications. They are waiting for अरे किसने तो application submit करना तो हम पैसा दे देंगे. पैसा उनके पास पड़ा पड़ा वापस चले जाता है. कभी कभी look where there is less competition. That is again intelligent way. कोई कोई जगह पे ना पैसे application ही नहीं आता है. So look at schemes, many schemes, so that maybe sometimes you apply and you are lucky enough to get the funding. For that, you should have knowledge of all the schemes and where to look for. Then we spoke about the scheme documents, terms and conditions, eligibility, selection criteria, various schemes. We spoke about how to write a successful proposal, what are the pointers, and how not to write uh, reasons for rejection, screening levels, scrutiny at multiple levels, ingredients for a poor research proposal, checklist before submission, common reasons for rejection. Then we spoke about formats, and that's it. So thank you for patient listening.
Uh, yeah, we can open the session for questions. If there is any question from any participants, he or she can directly ask. Then we will take the questions from the chat box.
Sir, my voice was clear. I hope my voice was
Yes,
clear.
yes, it was very clear. It was
Uh,
without a doubt.
I hope I tried to cover important aspects.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I will ask. There were some questions in the chat box. It is like, am I eligible for getting a grant or fellowship if I'm a contractual faculty in a college or a university like SPPU?
Yeah, eligibility clearly states that you should be a regular faculty. Now they may ask for appointment letter or for approval as a professor, assistant professor. So that is mandatory. I think contractual faculty would be difficult. A regular faculty is required. See, problem with contractual faculty by common sense. Suppose if they discontinue, suppose the funding agency will be worried now if the university discontinues you next year, then who will handle this project? That's why regular faculty is expected.
There is one more question. What will happen if any principal investigator was unable to complete a project in the proposed budget or timeline? Will there be any legal actions or
No,
will there be?
there's no legal action. If you don't spend, you have to return the money. You can put explanation reasons for not being able to complete the project in the timeline, whatever challenges you faced through the HOI, and then you have to refund them. The money has to be accounted. Either you give the utilization certificate, or if there is excess money, not unspent money, you have to return that. Very simple logic. So there is no punishment for not being able to, but only thing is next time you getting a proposal would be difficult because then they will lose confidence.
Yes.
That's only maximum what can happen.
We have one more question, like from the chat box. Is there any share of the host institute or college in the budget?
There is overheads is there. I think overheads goes to the university. Yes. Uh, 10% of the budget, if you put a 10%, 15 or 20%, it is mentioned in that. So overhead is for the institution, like for electricity, for laboratory spaces, whatever facilities they extend for water. Uh, so that goes to the university. Yes.
Uh, uh, then we have one more question. Uh, are we able to look into the details of approved proposal for a particular project? Like, is this available in a
No,
public
no.
domain?
Actually, proposals are confidential. Uh, See, then the plagiarism will get hampered, na, if you upload the proposal.
Yes.
So no, approved proposals are not available.
Last question we have. So please tell us which area are having more chance of, like, what are the hot topics at present for getting more chance of
No,
getting.
see, first you have to see what is your domain. Don't look at the. We are looking the other way around. You have to see what is your potential, what is your forte. It cannot happen other way around. What is a good proposal? So it comes from your expertise. Proposal sanction will happen based on the eligibility and based on your potential, based on your CV. So you have to see what are your strong points and which scheme aligns to your expertise, which national mission aligns to your expertise. So it will come inside to outside. It will not, the proposal success will not happen from outside to inside. No.
Yes. Yeah, are there any more questions from the participants?
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Sir, if we are applying for fellowship also, is there a requirement of regular faculty or contractual faculty can apply
So
for fellowships?
regular faculty is required. You can read the, that's why I said, read the eligibility document. There could be schemes where they may permit if you are excellent researchers. So for that, reading individual eligibility document is important. But normally, all schemes they will say regular faculty, means he is a permanent faculty of that university. Normally, and if if your university is in many universities, what they do, they give a 1 year appointment, then they keep on continuing.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. For that, their university, there may be their internal strategy to, to save something. But if they give you a letter that HOI declares that he is our regular faculty, okay, many universities as a strategy they give 1 year contractual letter, but they don't discontinue. They don't, as a policy, they
Yes.
don't discontinue. They just continue every year, but they keep it contractual. And then your HOI has to say that he is a regular faculty.
Oh, that can be one option.
There's a declaration, recommendation by HOI.
Okay, okay,
Recommendation by HOI. There is one. So in that he has to mention. So that
okay,
document is assumed to be true.
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
But provided they have that strategy. Otherwise, if they discontinue, it gives a bad reputation. So you will bag a scheme, and if they discontinue next year, so the government agency may blacklist that university.
Okay.
That no
Thank
more
you.
funding to those. That could be.
Okay, now I
So
will
this,
hand over the session to Dr. Ishad to conclude the
sir,
session.
Irshad sir, session was okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
It
It
was
was
nice.
very
It
good,
was
sir.
nice. It
And
was nice
I
Thank
have
actually.
you.
attended so many sessions related to grants and etc. But you have given so many details related to, for examples, the eligibility, what is the purpose, what is the support which we need, then what is the selection procedure. That too you have given in two details, sir. So it was very informative session, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
And
sir.
yes, sir. As a part of summary, as you yourself have summarized so many points, I don't have anything to summarize. That is one of the different kind of thing I have seen in any of the FDP, because speakers generally talk about the session and they will leave, but you yourself have summarized the session. That is very good thing which I have observed, sir. And then,
Thank you, sir.
as you have said, you have explained so many things very carefully. And that too, you have mentioned in addition to what to do, you have mentioned what not to do. That is also an important thing, because so many patents or proposals are being rejected because of some mistakes, and which mistakes or which general errors which we do, that is to be avoided. That also you have explained. So that was very good, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
And
you,
so
sir.
from yes, sir. On behalf of Department of Civil Engineering, TSSM Bhirova College of Engineering, I would like to thank you for your time and valuable contribution to the FDP, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
For
Thank you, sir.
yes, for participant, I would like to tell that the link for feedback will be shared on the WhatsApp group, and if sir will provide us with the PPT, that will be shared with you. Yes, thank you.
Sir, please share the feedback. So I'll update my PowerPoint also. Please share the
Yes,
feedback,
yes,
sir.
yes, yes, for sure.
So that
Yes, sir. Thank you.
for next time I'll share that. Yes, sir.
That will improve yourself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Thank you once again, sir.
With this, I will conclude the session. Thank you.
For the participants, the next session will start at 2 p.m. Please be on time. I request all the participants to please attend all the sessions, which is mandatory for the certificate.